The views and opinions of the host and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Aftermath of every social revolution brings about change. Cultural norms and landmarks shift as our minds and hearts expand beyond the familiar. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose in the land of the living. This is our time to renew, revive, and restore the hope lost to the busyness of life. This is our time to dig again and rebuild from the storms of our past on a solid footing that holds. Welcome to The Foundation.
The Foundation.
The Foundation is brought to you by Alive, Bahamas Welding and Fire, Bonneville Bones, Burger King, Commonwealth Bank, ESC Distributors Limited, Grand Bahama News, Halsbury Chambers, Popeyes, Printmasters, and Ron's Electric Motors.
Foundation. The Foundation. The Foundation. Foundation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant and your company, The Foundation, live and in full effect on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Grateful to be in your company. Grateful to chop the thing down with you. Grateful that you let me into your space. Praise God. I am glad to be with you guys. I'm glad to be in the land of the living. I hope you guys are doing good this beautiful day. Today is Thursday, September 26th. If you're celebrating a birthday, say happy birthday to you. You know that we're a few days away from the end of the month. A lot of things are happening. I'm calling my son, asking around, making sure everything is good in North Carolina as we're seeing what's happening with the development of Hurricane Helene, right? It is it's a crazy one, and I'm going to be able to talk about these things. Guys, it is a beautiful day. Grateful to be in your company. Before we do anything, got to shout out to my good, decent people over at AFS Insurance Agents and Brokers. They got everything available for you. Make sure you go check them out. They're located number 407 Blue Hill Road South. Number 407 Blue Hill Road South. They can take very, very, very good care of you in those particular spaces if you're looking for insurance in that area, or if you're looking for something to do, trying to be able to change your career, you can be able to go down there, check them out. The number you can call is 341-1-AFS. That's 341-1-AFS. Number 407 Blue Hill Road South. Got to shout out my good, decent people over at Art Development. This is Avery Lightbourne. Being able to push this thing forward and make you guys understand that the transition, a revolution is afoot, and they're being able to do a great deal of things as it relates to your MST bar, your rebar, in those particular spaces. Guys, give them a call today at 242-822-9527, 242-822-9527, or 603-4506, 603-4506. Their website again is frpbahamas.com, frpbahamas.com, and they got everything available for you. Avery continues to be able to send me information as it relates to what's happening and some of the savings associated with what you can be able to do. For a long time, you've been able to do some stuff, but there's some great savings going on. You can be able to get some stuff going on there. So guys, make sure you check them out. Make sure you give them a call, and you can be able to get some things taken care of in that space, in that stead, right? Got a shout out to all these persons. Make sure you pick up your Guardian newspaper. Now, listen, I got to be decent about this. Make sure you pick up the paper and identify those stuff. As I looked through my paper, as I look through this paper and identify some things, well, you know it's Thursday. And anytime we touch the paper on Thursday, it's a little bit thicker, right? Because we know that the supplements is for our brothers and sisters who passed away. So we identify those things, and more specifically, I want to be able to give condolences to the family of Dr. Corlin Hanna. Dr. Corlin Hanna is a longtime educator and a proprietor of Program Shore, if you guys remember Program Shore, and definitely also the School of Psychology, Psychological Services, rather, amongst much more that she's done. There's a commitment being made. She's passed away a few days ago, and we are, in this kind of a stead, we always want to be able to say that it's very important that you identify the life that exists in this particular space, right? This is what I want to say. Identify the life that's in this space, and I always say to you to be able to capture the essence, the character that of the life that was, I always say to you, go down to my good, decent people over at Butler's Funeral Homes and Crematorium. They can take very, very, very good care of you. I always make recommendations for them. They're very friendly with me, and I feel like I became a part of the family. Maybe a little bit too deep, though, because they said, Howard, when it's your time, we want to take care of you. Hold on. I got a lot of living to do before we go anywhere. But if you're in that space and you have to be able to deal with this kind of a transition, unexpected or expected, and you want them to be able to possess the life and the character that exists, please go down to Butler's Funeral Homes and Crematorium. Butler's Funeral Homes and Crematorium. They are located on Ernest and York Street, and they can take very, very good care of you. Let them know that Howard Grant sent you guys down there. All right, guys, in the studio with me today is someone I'm excited about. I've been asking her to come over. Ms. Yang, when you coming? Ms. Yang, when you coming? Because I'm always excited to talk about some things that's happening. All the way from Ancient Chinese Secret is none other than Ms. Yang being able to tell us everything that's going down there at Ancient Chinese Secret. This is an exciting time. I know that you guys are always interested in hearing the sort of testimonies from natural medicines, these natural aspects of being able to do things. So I'm excited about it all. So Ms. Yang, say good afternoon to the people out there.
Good afternoon. Thank you for getting ready to give me such good opportunity again. And then I'm back. So today we talk about immune system, cancer, and weight loss. So hopefully I can
immune system, cancer, and weight loss.
And weight loss.
Okay, good.
So our body has built in many systems which have evolved potent anti-cancer, including DNA repair, apoptosis, and immune surveillance. The human immune system contains many types of cells, like T cells. T cells are one of the most important white blood cells of the immune system. They are professional killers. They are designed to destroy pathogens. So another type of the cells are part of our innate immune system that naturally kills tumor cells. Natural killer cells constantly patrol the body looking for potentially cancer cells. So if our anti-cancer defense are damaged, cancer might thrive. So when we look at the pH level of our normal cells, they live in environments with a pH between 7.2 to 7.4. The tumor cells degenerate acidic environments like a pH level between 6.5 to 6.9. The acidic environment gave the cell a huge survival advantage. So cancer.
So acidity in your body.
Yeah, more acidic, more chance to get cancer.
Really?
Because acidity feeds cancer cells, virus, bacteria, promotes regrowth of cancer cells. So the cancer actually is not only a genetic disease, but also an ecological disease. The environment, the body environment, plays a huge role in determining whether a cancer grows or not. So under certain conditions, such as high insulin levels, cancer will flourish. Like AIDS, people have AIDS, no matter the quantities of antibiotics used, when AIDS patients cannot re-establish immunity, then people die. And also think about the cancer patients. It's not the cancer that kills the victim. It is the breakdown of the defense mechanism that brings the death. So always looking for to improve your immune system. Without underlying immunity, nothing will work. So herbal products are one of the best solutions to boost the immunity. Plants have long been and still are humans' primary medicines. It's not only recognized by the Eastern herbalists and also be recognized by Western doctors, like the editor of the American Herbal Pharmacopoeia, Roy Upton, said, everyone who cares about their health and wants to fight against the stress, chemicals, toxins, bacteria, virus, should be taking adaptogenic herbs. The adaptogenic herbs such as like ginseng, cordyceps, reishi, chaga, turkey tail, lion's mane, shiitake, maytake. There's so much medicinal mushroom. So the majority of known adaptogenic herbs are native to China. They are immune stimulants, which enhance the leukocytes, lymphocytes, enhance natural killer cells and the T cells. They fight against tumor cells, like reduce the tumor regrowth. Like for example, people already know cordyceps so much because we've been talking for all these years.
Yeah.
Cordyceps have been shown to stimulate natural killer cells activity by 400%. And cordyceps also shrink the tumor cells by 50%. So this will help the body to fight tumor formation. We also know our heart circulates body's blood supply about 1,000 times a day. So the cordyceps reishi will increase the vital capacity of your blood and the cells. Another mushroom like a lion's mane we call smart mushroom. So the lion's mane improve mental clarity, improve your brain cells capacity, delaying the aging, fight against memory loss, prevents dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, also regenerates fresh neurons, good for sciatic nerve pain, to strengthen neuron transmitters. So this is lion's mane. So different
I
mushroom.
love the lion's mane, by the way. I enjoy this.
I use that every day. They really make me focus and think clear.
I didn't know it was for sciatic. To be
Yeah,
able to help
good
you
for
with
the
sciatic
nerve pain. We have people have arthritis that help with the pain, help low back. We got a lot of good results. So different mushroom have different strengths. So another mushroom like a reishi, if ladies want to anti-aging, looks younger looking skin, you can focus on the reishi spore because that's the essence of the reishi that contains a massive superoxide dismutase. So the reishi will nourish the heart, the liver, rejuvenate the liver, and repair the liver, normalize the liver enzyme, and also rejuvenate kidney function and the lung function, and lowers the stress level, balance your cortisol level, help you have good restful sleep. But usually like one day before the show, our anxiety, I may sleep.
Before what show? The show? The stuff to miss, yeah.
So like last night, I know what's going to happen. So
Oh, man.
prevention.
This young is a pro. You can do this, man.
No, but still have a kind of a little bit. So I took three pills of reishi 3-in-1 and 2 reishi spore and really sleep sound and good. So reishi
You
also
can take them before bed to sleep sound.
20 minutes before.
So I've been taking this wrong. I take it in the morning.
You could take a reishi spore.
In the morning.
Yeah, you can take reishi spore in the morning, but the best time if you have a sleeping disturbance, you can take at night. The reishi also helps sleep apnea or sleep hypopnea. So
Really?
and the reishi is an antiviral, especially hepatitis B virus, because reishi rejuvenates the liver, normalizes liver enzyme, prevents cirrhosis. It is active against herpes, HIV, Epstein-Barr virus, parasites.
So there's 2 types of reishi. I want to hear about that. I got somebody on the phone who wants to be able to talk about what they've been doing with their sciatic pain and some stuff like that. Did I
Yes.
bring them in?
Yes.
Okay. Caller on the line with us live. Go ahead.
Hi, good day.
Good afternoon. How you doing, my brother? Introduce yourself. Let them know who you are.
I'm wonderful. My name is Cedric Bain. A few months ago, I had suffered from a very serious sciatic pain. And I attended different doctors, different medical clinics who was only prescribed medication, but none seemed to work for me. And I decided one day to contact Ancient Chinese Secret. And she told me to stop by, in which I did. And after stopping by there, she prescribed to me lion mane, aloe. There was something else for arthritis, and a detox powder. And then honestly, in taking those products, she had told me to do so. Within 3 days after taking those products, the pain subsided a lot that I was able to walk.
Really?
After not being able
You couldn't
to
walk?
for a month.
Wow.
You know, so since then I've been recommending persons to her establishment for any ailment that they may have, because I can guarantee that the products work. And I had also mentioned it to my doctor that I was attending, and he had no problem with it. He knew of the products, and he said, "Go ahead, take it."
Wow. So this worked for you good?
It works for me very well, because
appreciate you.
after not being able to walk for 3 weeks, and it was the pain was unbearable. Okay, within taking that product, like I said, it's 3 days. On the fourth day, I could have limped around my house, and after that, it was just
Which you couldn't do before at all.
Say that again?
You couldn't do this before at all.
No, I couldn't. It was too painful. I was on crutches.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you called, Mr. Bain. I thank you so very kindly for that. Everybody's going to hear your testimony to be able to go down to Ancient Chinese Secret. Ms. Yang, this is a wonderful thing that you could be able to have these persons. And every time you come here is a new person. We're not hearing from the exact same people. This is not by design. These are people who want to be able to give their testimony for something that actually worked for them. Talk to me about it.
Yeah. I even really honest, sometimes I even don't remember customer, and they so nice people, and they come by, they
We
tell
can
me.
call the office of the Prime Minister for you, so the Prime Minister don't have to go. He can get his sciatic stuff from you. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, the first time I remember this gentleman, he walking, you can see he was walking, put the door open, he dragging in. So I said, "You sure that will work?" I said, "I cannot put 100%. I said, but it worked for a lot of people. I said, "Try it." So he tried about a couple days a week. He walking, he said, "Look at me, you remember me?" I said, "Not really." He said, "You remember that?"
You say, not really?
I don't remember then. I was a lot of customer. Then next 2 weeks, his wife came. His wife brag about how good the products help her husband, and then she bring the customer, and both of them buy the products. So that's how I know.
Really? Wow. So that's Mr. Bain, ladies and gentlemen. Go down to Ancient Chinese Secret. You got to let me take this first commercial break and be able to get back. When we get back, we're going to still be here with Ms. Yang, all the way from Ancient Chinese Secrets, telling us all about these things. We're going to focus on 3 things today: the immune system, cancer, and weight loss. All right. So we talked about the immune system. We're talking about cancer and the white T blood cells and whatnot that's working on those things. Now we're going to get into this. Quick break. Be right back after this.
The foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation.
Try to rest, roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers, for window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
When you jump in your Japanese import and you turn the radio on, all you hear is... For the month of September, the HitSpot will install a band extender in your Japanese import for the discounted rate of only $79.99, VAT included. Get your band expander installed today at the HitSpot and listen to
Star 106.5.
Plus, get fresh news and smart talk on
Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Want to know more about divorce, personal injury, wills, company formation, conveyances, and mortgages? Then sign up for Hallsbury Chambers' 20th Annual Free Legal Clinic, Saturday, September 28th, 2024, Village Road North. Call 393-4551 to reserve your spot today. Space is limited. Lawyers available from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Consultations only. This is a community service event sponsored by Hallsbury Chambers.
Foundation. foundation. The foundation. The foundation. 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 The foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant in your company, the foundation. I have to give a testimony myself. Can I do this? Ms. Yang, can give me a chance? Just a little piece of chance, okay? Okay, so I told you all I was taking the lion's mane. I was taking the Guji. I was taking the spirulina. I tell you, I make a little shake with it, right? And I do all these things. I have not been eating from from August, the entire month, July actually. From the entire month of July to now, I've been eating one meal a day, right?
Excellent.
Just one meal a day, right? I want to say to you, now you don't know this, but I want to say to you, I've lost about 30-some pounds, okay? So after taking these particular things, I don't feel hungry at all. Now, what I did is I added the natural supplements to go with it. So I didn't have B12s. So I took B12, I took omega-3s, I took some stuff like that, and then I would take these stuff that you gave me. I feel like really invigorated. And I told the guys the other day, I got up and I walk, I don't know, this had to have been about 3 miles, 3.5, 4 miles. Just walk it. And I felt good. I had a good stride. People called me on my phone. I'm listening to my voice as I'm speaking. I feel good. And I will be honest with you, I don't feel hungry at all. Right? There's one meal a day. My body just knows in my head, hey, listen, it's time to eat. So I don't eat until after the show. So around maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock when I get home, I'll have like a big salad and some protein or something like that, right? I was doing soups prior to this, right? And I feel extremely good. The reishi, the cordyceps, all these particular things. Talk about those things for me.
Yeah, I can see that you changes. Your face start to glow.
I don't want my wife to get pregnant right now.
You see all this.
I feel strong. I feel really good. I feel really good.
The cordyceps give you over 1,000 minerals and nutrition, and also increase oxygen level up to 40% to improve your kidney vitality, because kidney is a key internal organs for man. Also the reishi, the equal parts of cordyceps reishi are stronger against to improve vitality, give you energy, so you gain all the energy, all the nutrition without overeat.
And I could see it, every time you go take a number 2, guys, you could be able to see your health, whether it is the aroma, well, I say aroma, I don't mean that. The scent, and being able to do that, okay, well, something wrong, this ain't right. But you could feel yourself getting healthier, and you know that you feel better in your body. You understand? You could feel yourself getting healthier. And I also take the aloe. I take 3 of the aloes every day, right?
Detox.
So I do the detox every single day. Every day I take 3 of the aloe. My wife also, right? And she likes it. She's enjoying these particular things. And one of the things I'm out of now is Guji. So I got to take the Guji. Tell them about the Guji.
Goji berry is excellent. That's improve your kidney, your liver, and also goji berry contains human growth hormone. Help to, human growth hormone that help to build up the muscles, help the weight loss, and also bring down blood sugar. Goji berry contains a lot of flavonoids and carotenoids, so which help to stabilize capillaries in the eye.
Really?
Yes.
Capillaries, yeah.
Yes, so that will prevent glaucoma and cataract. Good for like a poor eyesight, dry eyes, red eyes, or tearful eyes, painful eyes.
The goji berry.
Yeah, very excellent. And we know goji berry only grow in particular area in China in the northwest. So the city to grow goji berry have more sanitarians than any other province of China. And then the centenaries is more vibrant, useful than the centenaries in the Western world because the goji berry is the daily food, superfood. You can drink it or you can eat it. It's excellent. Goji berry contains antioxidant 4 times more than blueberry. And also is a perfect snack for people who have blood sugar. It doesn't raise your insulin level.
It tastes sweet. I take it in the morning. I take a little bit in the morning.
Tastes sweet, but that's bring down your blood sugar.
Yeah, because it tastes sweet on my teeth, right?
Yes.
But I say, but this is a natural product. And it's very good.
Yes.
My daughter, I have a little baby girl. Daddy, can I have one of the, like, she's thinking it's a gummy or something like that.
Yes.
And they enjoy this, right? So I'm just saying that these are very good products, ladies and gentlemen. You want to be able to go down to Ancient Chinese Secret and understand for yourself. If you don't believe it, go and test it for yourself. You don't have to go with the over-the-counter medicines. You don't have to go with these things. There are natural aspects and a natural approach that you can take to be able to ensure that your body is getting back to a position that you could feel, your vitality being able to return to you. You may not have to go looking for this pill and that pill and other pill. Like, I'm talking to these older men. You may not have to go looking for these pills to see the vitality return to you in due time and in due season. Talk to me. Go down there to Ancient Chinese Secret, find out more about these things, and get that thing taken care of. Now, talk to me about these things. I think I have somebody on the line. Is he on the line yet? No? All right, so we have some more persons, guys. You can be able to call in and give a testimony to these things. We want to hear more about that, but we want to be able to hear about these things. Now, I don't know whether or not you would finish talking about the cancer aspect.
Okay. All these adaptogenic herbs are so profoundly bioactive. So that affects nearly every system in the body. It's not about the cancer, the blood sugar. There's a correlation between the fatty liver, insulin resistance, obesity, diabetes, and the cancer. So they go by stages. So once you see the symptom of either one of those, we have to be mindful to watch our diets, how we can work on the weight, the insulin resistance, blood sugar and pressure, because eventually it might go too far. So all these herbs, traditional herbal medicine, has been carefully evaluated, tested, and re-evaluated by many practitioners over many generations. It has been scientifically proved its efficacy, safety, potency, and reliability. May I ask you, you know how people found out the cordyceps?
How?
There's a yak. It's a type of cow in Himalaya mountain in Tibet, China.
I heard about a yak.
Yeah, yak.
I think the yak was actually on the Golden Child movie that we were watching. So yeah, I heard about a yak.
The villager always look at the yak. He always take some particular little herb and eat it, and the yak is so strong. Even though the yak has reached a certain age, not supposed to produce the little babies, but still the vitality still is unbelievable. So this villager, he take out what the yak was eating. He put in his mouth, he tried, and he feel immediately rejuvenated.
Really?
Yes.
Did he do the cow's job that day, right?
So after he eat it, he feel different. Then he take more, bring the family, the wife, children. So more and more family using it. They say, oh wow, this really work. This happened thousands of years ago. So imagine there's how many miracles just after they are waiting for human being to found it.
And this is the cordyceps.
Yes, that's how the found the cordyceps. People. Imagine how many. This is a herbal cover the whole planet. We live in the planet covering a lot of living herbs. We call living pharmacy. It's right there, but we just ignore and taking the wrong food, using the wrong things, and damage the health. Let's talk about the people with the cancer. People with cancer have a higher cortisol level than the people without cancer from clinical test. study have shown that cancer patients with the highest level of cortisol level have the greatest risk of dying from the disease. So always be sure the cortisol level be balanced. Cortisol level is the indicator of the stress. So some people, when cortisol level is not available because of the adrenal gland have been exhausted from long-term chronic stress, so that trigger inflammation.
Long-term chronic stress.
Yes.
My God.
Some people cortisol level high, excessive cortisol lead to many chronic diseases like aging quicker, increased belly fat, diabetes, enlarged prostate, arthritis, and cancer. So what I'm saying that stress is one of the biggest killer.
Wow.
So adaptogenic herb will regulate the excessive cortisol level and balance adrenaline level. So the cordyceps reishi, that's why people lose weight from this adaptogenic herb, even that's not weight loss products. I see so many people when they're taking cordyceps, they lost weight.
Mm-hmm. Let me take this telephone call. I think I got one person who want to be able to give us some good testimony about their position and what they were doing. Let me take a caller. You on the line with us live. Go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. Yes, it's a pleasure for me to give a testimony.
Thank you so much.
The cordyceps.
Tell us about it. So you've been taking
yes.
the cordyceps? Okay, good. Tell me about it.
Yes. Firstly, let me tell you this, how my body was reacting. Last year, sometimes the mid part of July or so, that my body was so out of whack. I used to have a lot of dizziness, a lot of fatigue. I was so tired, but didn't know that my iron was low as well until one day I went to a seminar, a health seminar, and I was trying to donate some blood. And they told me that my iron was too low, so that's when I discovered my iron was low. I was having a little slight chest pain in my chest. Also, I was always my mind was so foggy, brain fog. I had brain fog. And after that, I get to realize that years ago, I used to go to the ancient Chinese store to purchase some health stuff for like my weight loss products. But at this present time, I forgot about it because I stopped using the products for a little while, like the spirulina and wheatgrass, what I used to get from them. So the Holy Spirit told me to go back there to get something and let the lady know about my situation, who was there at that present time. And when I went there about 2 months ago, and I told the lady about the situation, I'm having this lightheaded, I feel this dizziness and stuff, and foggy in the mind and stuff. And also, I could also say that every time I wake up in the morning, I used to have pain shooting on the side of my thigh. And I used to be asking the Lord, I said, God, what this pain is, and every time I shake my top of my hand and stuff, it used to wear off for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. The pain used to subside after a while. But when I got the cordyceps, let me tell you this awesome herb that I have experienced. The lightheaded, the dizziness, the foggy mind, and also the fatigueness, all that already left. And also, I could say, the pain in my thigh was shooting every morning when I woke up. I have saw that diminish immediately after 2 weeks of taking the cordyceps. So I know for sure that this, with prayers and also the product that the Lord has instructed me to use by me going there and tell him about my situation, and the young lady has prescribed this cordyceps to me. She told me this product here will help you good. I have a lot of energy. I lift in a lot of weights now. I'm inside the gym. I don't take vitamins. This is the only thing I take, and that's only in the morning. Take the pills in the morning. Once a day I take it, and that's in the morning. Which you could take it 2 times a day, in the morning or in the afternoon, but only once. I was taking it from the time I started it. And I must say, this is a good herb. And also, I don't have that experience of the fogginess, as I said earlier, the dizziness that gone, the pain in the leg gone. I notice now.
What about your iron? You got it. You ain't got a low iron no more.
No, well, I could be honest with you, I have not checked. Okay. But I know for sure.
But you feel energized.
Yes, I feel very energized. I don't feel tired so quickly. I sleep better at night.
And you say you're in the gym now?
I started the gym a little while before I took that, but I always decided I could never go on with the exercise because of the tiredness. But now they call me Beast Mode because of the energy boost.
You in the gym all the time?
Yeah. I can lift those weights now and even more. So I thank God for directing my path to the place to get an experience the photograph.
I really do appreciate this. This is an excellent testimony.
Let me tell you, my brother, and guess what? Let me tell you this, the next thing I want to share too. I noticed that before I took it, maybe a month before I got this photograph, I realized that I had this slight numbness like on my cheek on the left-hand side, and it, like you hearing signs of strokes and stuff.
Wow. I
used to see that and I used to say, God, what it is, this numbness? It's just a mild numbness. And I could sit here today. This is my second dose of Codisap bottle, that is. And I ain't finished the second bottle as yet. I could tell you this as I stand here today, at least sitting down today. That pain has subsided, and I have not experienced that. And I could say to God be the glory for directing me to this product, what we have here on earth.
I really appreciate this. Thank you so very kindly for your telephone call. Thank you so much for your telephone call. Now listen, this is an excellent thing. So she said she was dizzy, she had fatigue, she had a small numbness on her cheek, she had low iron, she had chest pains, faint chest pain, she had brain fog, she had all these particular things. She had a shooting pain in her thigh. All this just from taking cordyceps, and she feels better. That is an amazing thing. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to go down there. We're going to come one more time and come back to Miss Yang to talk to us about Ancient Chinese Secret. Somebody texted me and said, Howard, where's Ancient Chinese Secret located? It's on Shirley Street, right opposite Thompson Trading. Right opposite Thompson Trading. You could be able to see it right there. Ancient Chinese Secret. And I'm sure that we have numbers. Miss Yang, give me the number. Let me give it to them again.
The office number is 394-1369. Or you can WhatsApp me 557-1369.
1369. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, quick break. Be right back after this.
The foundation.
At Popeyes, we put love in our chicken by marinating it for 12 hours. For a limited time, head on over to Popeyes and purchase 5 pieces of our famous Louisiana bone-in chicken for just $10. Give your family a taste of Popeyes without going over budget by adding on a signature side. Popeyes, that crazy price we love.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Bahamas, are you ready? Keep the vibe alive. Music Group, along with Alpha Sounds, presents the best of the best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded. This is the biggest one-day all-Bahamian concert of the year. Featuring KB, D-Mac, Abby, Mama D, Fan Sean, Shine 242, The Falcon, and more. Mark your calendars. It's going down November the 2nd at Super Club Breezes Ground. Tickets now available at BahamasEtickets.com or both Beauty Shack location. General admission $60. VIP, Skybox, and Skypods also available. For more info, call 394-0819 or email keepthevibealive242@gmail.com. Experience the magic once again with more legends for one night only. Come party with us November 2nd at Best of the Best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport Convenience Stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama Market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News Sales Representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation.
And we are back. Last few minutes with Miss Yang, all the way from Ancient Chinese Secret. Guys, make sure you give her a call, 557-1369, 557-1369, or you can give her a call at the office at 394-1369. 394-1369. They're located on Shirley Street, right across the street from Thompson Trading. Tell me about weight loss before we get out of here.
Okay, obesity is accompanied by profound changes in endocrine and organ weights. The liver became greatly enlarged. The heart, the kidney, the pancreas also became enlarged. So someone sent me some information last week that Bahamas has been listed number 4 obesity country in the world. I'm not sure how true it is, but there is not one single cause of obesity. The truth is that there are multiple overlapping reasons that lead to obesity. For some people, sugar or refined carbohydrates. For some people, the main problem may be insulin resistance. So some people probably cortisol level, like a sleeping stress reduction or sleep disorder. So as I mentioned, cortisol level, we have a solution for that. That's Reishi 3-in-1. So that will balance your cortisol level. So it is very important to realize what really caused the obesity. Obesity is a hormonal disorder. Insulin is the major hormone that drives weight gain. So in order to lower the insulin level is the key for weight loss. So adaptogenic herb to normalize the insulin, like ginseng, cordyceps, reishi, so we can eat less, get more nutrition, and gain more energy. Because, like as I said, reishi gave you over 400 active nutrients. Cordyceps gave you over thousands. The long-term weight loss is really a two-step process. The first is the foods that we eat, but most people ignore the second factor, that's insulin resistance. Insulin resistance keeps our insulin levels high. High insulin maintains our high body weight. So clearly changing what we eat is not always enough. So how can we decrease the insulin levels? Is through fasting. You can efficiently reduce your body's insulin resistance. Insulin causes salt and water retention in the kidneys. So lowering insulin levels will get rid of the body of excessive salt and water. And the fasting, that's how you mentioned, once you're fasting, you only eat 1 meal a day, you feel more energetic, because fasting increases adrenaline level, improve metabolism, also increase human growth hormone. And exercise also help to reduce insulin resistance.
So what else could assist you with being able to ensure that you have balance from your insulin level? The cordyceps?
The cordyceps, the reishi, the ginseng, so all these products will assist with it. Also, we have Ryu Slim, that suppress your appetite naturally. So if we, at the beginning, we will not be too well disciplined. So the Ryu Slim will give you a little cake, so to remind you and cut down the appetite, to slowly you'll be on the right track. Also, we have slimming tea to dissolve the grease. We have detox tea. If some people, the weight gain from the high cortisol level from the stress, then we have the Reishi 3-in-1. And then if you work out, you can use Slim Out to along on your weight loss journey. So the Slim Out will promote conversion of body fat into energy and help the body produce the energy and to increase the body fat burning function.
I like this.
And also we have the matcha tea. Matcha tea is 10 times stronger than the green tea. The most widely studied is green tea. Green tea contains high levels of catechins and polyphenols. So green tea not only improves metabolism to suppress appetite and to fight against insulin resistance, inflammation, and type 2 diabetes. And also the green tea or matcha tea gave you EGCG, directly kills cancer cells. Like in 2000, researchers found that high consumption of green tea delayed the average age of cancer by 7.3 years. and reduce breast cancer recurrence. In prostate cancer, green tea blocks the progression of high-grade precancerous lesions. So always looking for the green tea. We also have Rishi green tea organic. It's a high quality. So when we think about the food, we're always looking for GI, low GI food, glycemic index. So stay away from bakery, high soda.
Stay away from the whole bakery. Just stay away from the bakery. Okay.
No, you can have some like for a little treat with a small portion.
I haven't had breakfast. I haven't had so I like stew, right? I always like to talk about stew fish and stuff like that, right? I haven't had breakfast. I haven't had Johnny cake. I haven't had bread from July 1st. I haven't had it. And I don't feel like it's a necessity, right? I haven't had any of this stuff, right? Because I said I had an issue with my eye and I felt it jumping. And I said, this has to be sugar. This has to be sugar. And so I left the sugar alone. I said, no, these people are going to kill me. I'm too young to die on this. And I left it alone. And so you and I was talking and I got these things. Guys, make sure you go down there to Ancient Chinese Secrets. Somebody says, Howard, tell me the stuff that you got again. I told you, the lion's mane, you can go down there to get the matcha tea, you can get the slimming tea, you can be able to get the detox, you get the reishi, you get the cordyceps, you get all these things. I am not the expert here because I too yield to the knowledge of Miss Yang. Miss Yang could be able to assist you in those areas to be able to tell you all the things that you need to get based upon how you are presenting, okay? Her number is 577 557. Sorry about that. 557-1369. 557-1369. You can be able to give her a call anytime or she can leave a little WhatsApp on that, right?
Yeah.
They can leave WhatsApp on that, okay? Yes. Or you can give her a call in the office at 394-1369. 394-1369. Today we talked about the immune system, we talked about cancer, we talked about weight loss, we talked about all these products. You can pick up these products. They are very affordable. You can get your ginseng. And for those guys, somebody texts us down and asks, what is good for like a stiff joints? If they have stiff joints, if they have like arthritis, if their knees or their neck is stiff, what is a good product to take?
We have arthritis relief that don't have to be really arthritic. That also helps sciatic nerve, low back. Cordyceps help like reduce acidity from the joints to assist with arthritis relief. So cordyceps also stimulate blood circulation because the cordyceps strengthen the heart cardiovascular system. Once your heart condition is strong, so the circulation will improve. So that will the assist with the joint pain. And then also can use spirulina to alkaline the body, detox, and help inflammation of the joints. Also, we have organic turmeric powder that help clean the blood, detox the liver, help inflammation of arthritis. So,
I like it. Well, Ms. Young, I want to thank you so very kindly for being able to stop by. Ladies and gentlemen, Shirley Street, opposite Thompson Trading, right there. Shirley Street, opposite Thompson Trading. Give them a call, 394-1369, 394-1369. All the information's there. Get yourself on a weight loss journey today and find your vitality. When you start taking these products, and make sure it's in your system for the older gentlemen who feel as though their life has come to an abrupt end because they can't see themselves standing tall anymore, I assure you, once you find yourself on a good regimen of these particular things, you will find your vitality in the areas that you're looking it for. I found it in my jogging. I found it in my walking and my moving. And that is why I'm afraid that my wife is going to get pregnant. May God bless us all, right? It's a beautiful thing, Ms. Yang. Thank you so very kindly. We're always happy to be able to have you here sitting with us to talk about these things.
Thank you, too.
It's truly a pleasure. All right, guys, we're going to take this break, get to news, and be right back after this.
The Foundation with Howard Grant. We'll be back right after this.
The Foundation.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. Foundation. The foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant and your company, The Foundation, live and in full effect on this beautiful Thursday. Here, I was hoping that we could see our good guy, Ian. Ian, tell me, how would you take too long to respond to me, man, to see if you had to pay? I apologize. I have been awash as it relates to being able to prepare ourselves for what's happening next week. From Tuesday all the way to November 1st, we will be having a conversation about discerning leadership. And that's what I wanted to take this time to do, okay? I wanted to talk to you about that. I wanted to be able to talk to you guys about what's happening here and commend you for taking the poll. I sent the poll out yesterday, thefoundation242.com, thefoundation242.com. You can be able to see the information in there. Click onto the poll, identify those things, answer those particular questions. We're going to make a determination and provide a sense of transparency into what we're doing and just being able to assess these things. I've got a couple confirmations so far about politicians who want to be able to join us. Jomo Campbell indicated that he wants to join us. I got, who else I got? Basil McIntosh indicated that he wants to join us. Been waiting to hear back from Leslie on her particular position, sent that information to her, waiting to hear from Jamal Strawn, waiting to hear from all those persons. I spoke with Michael Pintard. He indicated to me, let's talk today so we can be able to identify the best time. I've created it in a particular order. Now, guys, if you read your letters, you will see that your specific time of conversation is on a particular date. I went in ascending order. So we started from those ministers without portfolio, those ministers without these particular things, except Michael Barnaby, right? Michael Barnaby, sorry. I started with you because that's how the system kind of generated it. So I said, okay, I didn't want to kind of make any tweaks. So we started with you, but for the most part, we're seeing persons without portfolio that we can be able to discuss from a constituency first standpoint. Can we say that? Just to be decent with this. Guys, for God's sake, let me be decent. This is not about your character, your personality, your height, your color, your waist size, if your teeth crooked or your eye crossed. This ain't got nothing to do with you as an individual outside of the commitment that you've made to these people in these constituencies. That's it. If you say you're going to do something, I don't care how tall you is, how short you is, how black you is, how articulate you is, whether you sound like you're from the bush, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. We're having conversations about what your commitment was and what the necessities are in these constituencies. The question ranged from, are you a voter? Did you vote in the last election? Would you consider voting in the next election? When is the last time you saw your MP? Is your MP a minister? If you believe your MP is a minister, has he or she done anything that you could be able to identify substantive? Do you believe that your MP can do? This is just the questions. These are just straightforward questions that we can identify about the posture of what's happening in your constituency. Please, for Jesus' sake, oh God, y'all don't call here telling me, well, have it. You know, I know that boy mother. And there was never nothing. Oh, hold on, this is too much. This ain't what we were talking about. This is not what we were talking about. Let's talk about where we are from a constituency standpoint. Let's talk about where we are. Let's identify those things and let's move forward. Yeah, yesterday I checked. I could check again today. I could check right now to see how many persons actually did that. Guys, please go and check me out. Thefoundation242.com. Thefoundation242.com. I got a confirmation from Adrian White. Howard, I'd be happy to sit with you, okay? Basil McIntosh, she gave me a confirmation also. I'm waiting on Lisa Ramming to be able to give me a confirmation. I'm waiting to hear back from Iram Lewis for a confirmation on their particular position. Sylvanus Petty said, Howard, give me a call so we can be able to identify these things, and we could be able to be. Now, some of these guys are going to be out of the country. They won't be here in the country. Also, Keith Bailey says, good day, Howard. I'd be honored and just let me advise and prepare to be able to sit with you. I'd be honored to do that. All right. So this is Keith Bell. I got a confirmation from Keith Bell also. Okay, in his particular capacity. I'm waiting on Alfred Says to get me back. Zane Lightborn, he says, good afternoon, Howard. I sent you, I see those dates. He says you have to be able to look and see if he's traveled or scheduled to travel. A lot of these guys are traveling around this time. I can't fight them. But let's just remember, we are in a technological age and era. If you want to join the conversation, he's only going to be talking about you for 1 hour. That's it. We're not spending 2 hours having a conversation on you. Praise God. I got 40 of y'all to go through. We got 40 hours to do this. So everybody get 1 hour. And then the last hour, we'll be able to identify how we're going to be able to do some stuff. Okay? So just get it done, right? I hit up. Are you all calling me on a group call on the Help Me Howard line? You all need to stop, right? You wilding out. You wilding out. I got a call from Glennis Hanna, Minister Glennis Hanna Martin, indicating to me that she would possibly be out of town during the time. She said she read it, she saw all those particular things. She won't be in town and for that particular time, right? But just rest assured, guys, if you want to join me, you don't have to. This is not a necessity. I'm not putting the onus on you to kind of show up like that. You don't have to do it. I would be absolutely honored to have a conversation with you as opposed to having a conversation about you. I would be honored that you can sit here and as I levy these things against you that we found, and I'm going to be very good with the decorum because there are social speculations. There are things that you need to answer to. I see all of us go sit down with all these fellas on these stations designed to be able to identify only the good. Your responsibility is to be able to speak with clarity and transparency to all. When you sit with us here on Guardian, I assure you, we're going to talk about all this. And so we're hoping that you're prepared. And that is why I gave you the letters. I gave you the letters so you could understand that Howard Grant will be mentioning your name on this day at this time. Howard Grant will do the search and the research in these particular areas. All the information that I would gather may not necessarily be the best information. However, I will present this in a proper decorum. If you care to join me, I would love to have you. That's what the letters was all about. Some people indicate, I don't know, Joe must he throw the letter away. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You can't say I didn't give it to you. There is video recording in the House of Assembly. Each one of y'all pick up your letter. Each one of y'all got your letter. And if you didn't get your letter, when I hit you up, I gave you a copy of your letter. And I signed that. Okay? I just want to be decent with you. I don't want y'all to make speculations that, I don't want nobody calling me no FNM, that I working for the FNM and Michael Pintard giving me money to do that. None of that. None of that here. I don't want nobody calling me saying, right now Howard getting a check from Menace. Listen, nobody giving me no check. In fact, this cost me money. This cost me money to print these things. It cost me money for all these things. I got to get the graphics done. I got to get all these things done. This is real work, but I take my job seriously. And I want to present you a polished product that you can be able to say, how would I accept what you say and how would I reject this entirely? This is why. And that's the level of participation I'd like to be able to have from a social standpoint. So I'd like all you guys to be a part of it, all you guys to be able to do what we're doing. And just to join me, please do. Just check me out, guys. Please go there now. Thefoundation242.com, thefoundation242.com to find out more information on what's happening in these particular areas. I'd love you to be able to do that. And if you want to, if you could join me in conversation, I'd love you to do that. You can do so right now at 242-322-6232, or you can hit me up 325-4316 or 325-4259, anywhere from the family of islands, 242-300-5720, or you could hit me up on the text line 422-47 96. So far, let me see how many persons have taken the poll. Oh, God. 464 persons have taken the poll so far. To date. And I was hoping to get to 1,000. I'm going to be honest with you. I was hoping to get to 1,000. Now, we get 2 more days to go. If you've taken the poll, please let me know. How do you find the information? Was it easy flowing, easy access, so forth and so on? We do those particular things. I didn't go heavy in terms of putting all the graphics and everything in it because I got to pay people for that. Okay? So let me know if it was flowing. Let me know if it was good. If you have any personal things that you'd like to say, you can hit me up 827-0111. 827-0111. Send me a WhatsApp. Send me some information that on your candidate, positive or not so positive, but we could be able to decipher that and release that accordingly, right? 468 persons have taken that so far, and I want to be honest with you. I'm looking, the last question that we have on the survey is whether or not your MP has done a good job. And so far, there has been, I can answer this for you. Over 65% of the people said no. And we have almost every constituency covered here. We got North Andros here. You got Seabreeze here. We got Eleuthera here. We got Southern Shores here. We got St. Anne's here. Tall Pines. Mangrove Key. We got all these things here. Okay? Long Island. We got my Cal. I ain't see no Cat Island. Y'all don't want to judge the Prime Minister? I don't see Cat Island here. I'm looking at all this stuff. I got Yamacraw here. Yeah, guys. Y'all are covered. Trust me, we're going to have a good show. We're going to have a good show, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to provide the information. I'm trying to make a graph. All right, so I got to take it out, make a graph, and put that graph right there so you could be able to identify those things. And I guess we could gauge based upon this contribution and this survey who's participating, which constituency is the most involved. Then we're going to look at the age demographics, at what age range. I can be honest with you, 36 to 45 is prevalent here. 36 to 45 is prevalent here. A lot of persons are in this space, 36 to 45. These are the questions that they're asking. So this is exciting, guys. This is truly exciting, and I want you to be able to hear from you guys. Quick telephone call. Let me take the call. Caller on the line. Go ahead.
Good morning, Howard.
Good morning.
Hold on, let me put that on mute. Howard in the sports center. Now, there's a particular few that I always have a problem when it comes to interviewing them on radio. There are some of those that when they come on radio, they get engrossed with the conversation without need the radio host and don't allow the Bahamian people to call in and ask them some questions. Now, I know Steve McKinney made a stand on that. He told him, if you come on Peace on his show, if the phone rings and they ask you a question, he wants you to answer the people and get to the people because you're being paid by the people to represent them. And we vote for you because you was on our porch and shaking our gate, begging us to vote for you. And you stand on behalf of the people of Pride State. So I find out that you standing on behalf of King Charles VIII. You're going to swear, you're going to not defend me no more. You hold your holy hand in the Holy Bible in the House of Assembly. And you say, I swear and pay my allegiance, the king and all his heirs and successors. You didn't swear to protect Sparky. You changed your mouth on me. So when he come on Howard's show, I want to be able to ask them a question so they can answer the public. And I can say this loud and clear. Mr. Fred Mitchell is one of them. When he goes on the show with the talk show host, he say he's not taking any calls. He's not answering no question. Now, he's a paid public service by me and all of us. They raise the taxes on me and all of us. So if we ask you a question, boy, you better answer me. Have a good day.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Sparky. Fred Mitchell has sat with me more than once, and I've extended to him. There's a couple of things here, Sparky, because you and many persons feel the same way. First and foremost, Steve McKinney's show belongs to Steve. The whole radio station is Steve's. Okay? Peace is Steve's. Howard is a contracted host here who has an obligation to ensure that a percentage of all the finances that comes here through advertisements that's captured by this radio station. That's the first thing. Okay? I don't get to start and finish with this. The second thing is I have extended this. I've never pressed Fred Mitchell. Never. I have never pressed Fred Mitchell about whether or not he should take a telephone call. I know he don't want to take no telephone calls. I don't even cut the telephone on when Fred Mitchell here. Well, why, Howard? Why? Because you are asking him about his love life, his sex life, whether or not he married, why he wearing a ring, why. This is what you want. Oh my God, y'all didn't think I was going to say that, eh? This is what y'all want to do. And I'm not talking about everyone. I am talking about the indecency that somehow the devil has allowed you to get right through to the telephone line to say something salacious and foolish when we're trying to find out about national issues. Talk to him about those things when he comes shake on your gate like you say. Amen? I can't even get no amen. Talk to him about those things when he comes shake on your gate. Don't wait till he come on the People radio station and speaking to a multitude of people throughout the length and breadth of the country and ask him about issues contrary to what we're really talking about. I don't have the time for that today. I've never allowed him to do that. You know why? Because I've designed all my questions. I know what I want to talk to him about. And I have no problem pressing him about these things. I have no problem mentioning about whether or not he feels that there's a philosophical difference that exists between the FNM and these are the things I want to talk about. I want to talk about a political view. I want to talk about a governmental view. I want to talk about the progression and the concepts and ideas that's moving forward. I want to talk about whether or not he believes that his view for how the country should look now is dated. I want to talk about these things. I do not want to talk about a salacious concept. I don't have the time for it. I don't have the time for it. When you let the radio... We've sat in this space for almost 10 years. I've listened to you talk about Fred Mitchell, more specifically. Now, there's some other brave souls, and I always extend this to ministers, those men and women who are elevated in the country and who are in a particular position and serving at the pleasure of the Prime Minister. I always, do you want to take any telephone calls? And they would say, yes, Howard. They would say, no, Howard. Or they would say, Howard, once we stay on topic, I don't have a problem with that. Now, y'all going to fight me. But the lines are wide open. You could call Howard anytime. I don't have no problem with that. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Anywhere from the family of islands, 242-300, 5720. Hit me up, 422-4796. Call on the line. Go ahead.
Howard.
Hi.
Yeah. I convinced you talking a bunch of bull foolishness.
Okay.
Because nobody's doing ask Fred Mitchell, but he love life, man. Come on, man.
That's a foolish thing that you said. I sit in this space, or you. I sit here. Do you want me to get you? Do you want me to get you a recording of that? Do you want me to get you a recording? I asked Fred when he sat here with me, as Dazzy and I was sitting on. I said, Fred, why don't you take these telephone calls? He says, Howard, people always want to know about my love life and all these other things it never has to. And I found that to be the truth. You and I can press him about these things. I have no problem taking your text and being able to read that. But would you also like to filter through those texts that I won't be able to put a button on? I just would be decent with you. I won't be decent with you. Maybe you have a view of why you do this, but do you trust your host enough to ask the questions that needs to be asked in this particular position? Do you trust them? It ain't got to be Howard. It could be Shivago. It could be Howard. It could be Naughty. It could be anyone. It could be Dwight. Do you trust your host to press these particular persons enough to pull out of them what we're looking for? And if you don't trust your host, then send a text. Don't fight me, man. This is only Howard's position. I don't press the ministers for that. And there are professional people who ask me the exact same thing. Howard, I'm not prepared to take any telephone calls. Is that okay? No problem. But I'm grateful for them to sit in this space because this radio station is not mine. Quick break. Be right back after this.
The foundation.
The Foundation. We'll be back right after this.
The foundation.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Everything is bigger and better at Burger King Nassau. When you have a big appetite, BK has a royal deal for you. Get a flame grilled double Big King Jr. or an original chicken sandwich plus 4 chicken nuggets, small fries, a drink, and a fresh baked cookie for only $9.95, including VAT. The royal deal was built for a big appetite, and at $9.95, including VAT, it's a steal of a deal. Go big and enjoy the BK flavors you love with the $9.95 royal deal at Burger King Nassau.
Are you tired of the same old 5K runs? Want something more? Then get ready for the Chick Charney Challenge City Run on September 28th, starting at Crypto Wild. Test your strength, stamina, and spirit. It takes all of you to dodge, climb, conquer obstacles as you race through the heart of the city. Lace up and get to the Chick Charney Challenge City Run. Register now on our website, chickcharneychurn.com, or on our social media pages. Brought to you by Colina, Island Yogurt, Advantage Insurance, Art of Graphics, Crypto Wild, and Guardian Radio 96.9.
It's time to upgrade the way you enjoy at-home entertainment. Alive Fiber is here. Enjoy all your favorite channels and streaming apps, all at lightning-fast internet speeds with affordable bundles, and it's only a click away. Visit www.alivefiber.com to sign up now. Stay connected, live your life. It's good to be alive.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. Foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, you're cussing me. I can read all your texts which you send me. I ain't got that kind of fear. I got that kind of fear. I ain't worried about what you say. I ain't worried about what you say. I do my best to be transparent, to be honest, and to be straightforward. I do my best. I do my absolute best to keep on track with these conversations. I do my best. I do my best that if we are on a specific topic, that no matter how you try to pull me to the left or how you try to pull me to the right, I acknowledge you, I thank you, and I want to get back on topic. I do my absolute best. So I'm not afraid of what you're saying as it relates to, let me read the text now. Let me tell you what the text say. The text say, Howard, you are a world-class apologist. Apologize for Fred Mitchell for what? What are you doing for me? What I ask him for? What I would apologize for him for? What kind of agenda and association or commitment that I have to him? What I got for him? What he got for me? I don't understand what you're saying, but I go read it. So it says, Howard, you are a world-class apologist. This minister works for the Bahamian people. If they ask Fred about the personal life, that's a part of the offering for self for the public service. Now, let's just get a couple straight. Let's get a couple things straight in the name of Jesus, Almighty God. Let's get something straight first and foremost. Fred Mitchell, in his capacity as minister, serves at the pleasure of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister makes a deduction and deduces who he sees fit to serve in his cabinet. That is from that particular standpoint. If you live outside of the auspices of Fox Hill, Fred Mitchell serves the people of Fox Hill in the capacity as a member of Parliament. Whether or not they know his indiscretions, his transparency, whether or not they know his family, whether or not they know his background, he serves the people of Fox Hill. And guess what they tell me? He served them well. This is what they tell me. He serves them well. I don't make no apologies for nobody. When you start demanding of him because of his capacity and the responsibility he's in, there is still a protocol associated with how he can speak on certain matters as a member of, as a minister of the government. You know the protocol. Why you fighting me? Why you fighting me? Fred Mitchell office open all the time. Go there. Right on the side of the little circle thing, I can't remember the independent circle, whatever that they, where they go to the roundabout right there, where all the fellas just sit down and drink aristocrat all day. Fred Mitchell office right there. You see the big picture, big smile. First time I ever see him smiling, you see all his teeth. And right there, go ask him. Don't fight Howard. Don't fight me because you don't like that you want me to take your position and your mindset. I can't do that. I wouldn't ask Fred. I wouldn't ask the Prime Minister. Do you know how much stories I hear about these men and women every day? Do you know how salacious and downright wild these stories are that I hear about these men and women every day? Do you know that I have to make a beeline when I start to hear these? I told you I don't want to hear these kind of things. Do you know that people call my telephone, leave voice notes, and leave voice messages to tell me stories about how this one teeth or that one do this? Or that, do you know that none of that has, well, let's say this, at least 70% of it has no actual anchor. No paper trail, no nothing. I can't even study these things. I can't go and find out if this is true. It only exists in people's head. But you want me to repeat that. You want me to come on Hubert Ingram Radio. It's Hubert Ingram on Hubert Ingram airwaves and say to you, oh, this is what it is. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's just be decent, man. That's all I've been asking you. Let's just be decent as human beings. We can press these fellas. The Prime Minister has chosen these things. Just 2 days ago, I said that the Prime Minister need to get rid of certain fellas from around him. He got to make the determination, not Howard. I don't get the chance to do that. Anton always calling here. The Prime Minister got to make the determination. The Prime Minister. The Prime Minister had an opportunity to be able to see Robin Lyons find herself in the position of chairman of the organization as a woman, as a progressive, to do all these things. And then a call came down, a conversation was had with Robin Lyons. Maybe this ain't really your time right now. You should step down. And she went to get back up. And they still push her down. The organization is content with Fred Mitch. That's what I try to tell you. Your indifference, I don't know where it exists. Don't fight me. Let me take a next telephone call. Caller on the line, go ahead.
Howard, how you doing, Howard?
What's up, Graham?
You know, protect yourself, because if someone wants you to do stuff that they wouldn't themselves go into Rawson Square decently and ask the question of whoever they feel needs to be asked the question, but they want to set you up to do it. See, that's the problem.
And it's Grandma, I ain't a fool to say that.
You know, they don't understand. You don't own that station.
This is my station.
Exactly. And so it would be you falling on a sword for them, who wouldn't do it.
Just so they can say, oh boy, I remember that boy. You remember that big red fella? What his name is again? Oh Jesus!
And how he let them go.
Harold. That's just Harold. They don't even remember me.
See, what I would do if I wanted to avoid some of the riff-raff questions, I would put a 5-second delay and I'd say we're talking the issues that pertain to the betterment of the country today. Not my personal, not my boss, the Prime Minister's personal life. We're coming here to talk about the issues. And I'd call in and I'd ask, how come you haven't fixed West End after 50 years?
He promised
and don't say it can't be fixed. You had a working model. Remember Jack Tar?
Mm-hmm.
The #1 place to visit in the Bahamas next to Bimini. Why couldn't we restore that to the modern version with ownership by the people of West End, because it's their land? They would have 50% interest, and the foreign direct divestor would own the other 50%. Now, why couldn't we do that in 50 years? I mean, in 20 years, you got people in the Middle East built major cities that look better than New York. Oh, they have oil and natural gas. Well, we have those things too. See, this is the questions that I would ask. And I don't have to call anyone's name or any particular party's name. We've all had our hand in this jar and dough mixing it. But it seems we can't get, and you just mentioned the age group. What was it, 37 to 45?
Yeah.
They're going to be vicious. That's the vipers the Bible talks about.
36 to 45, yeah.
You're all vicious, Howard. Let me tell you why. Because at that age, you're woke. You got a family.
And at this point now, none of us have allegiance. Many of us, we don't have no allegiance to nobody.
Of course not. You want to know what part of the ownership of the land of the country and the revenue made from that land, whether you put a cruise ship on it or a hotel or whatever, what percentage of the ownership do you have? You're not happy with this job, this labor, this no ownership model. You're angry. And I'm the decade above you, the bridge to the future, and I feel horrible that I haven't made it better to hand off to you, who has to support me in my old age. But it was never handed off to me.
No.
I was left.
You know, Graham, you say that,
wilderness.
I can say this to you. Me and you can have we can have a heart to heart right now. I can say
we
this
will.
To you. Let's do this right here, right quickly. You said that I always looked at the lighter hue in this country and thought about succession. I thought about legacy. I thought about opportunity. And I always thought that there was, by design, a step that you can take, that you can step into to find yourself in entrepreneurialism, to find yourself in ownership, to find yourself as a productive member of society. There was always a shield for you. So to hear you tell me that nothing was handed to you is a heavy thing. Talk to me.
Can I give you a point of order on that? That's the myth. Let me tell you the truth. There's not even 1% of 1% of this country that is of my hue that gets handed anything. There are so many broke, light-skinned people in this country right now, you would be shocked.
My God.
Okay, there's 9%. Unless they can bring some statistics, there's 9% of the 10% of the wealthy here. You see a white person, they're not always rich. Believe me, some of them. Listen, my wife's uncle just had to go to the public ward where he passed away. Okay? So don't believe the myth. See, we've turned when we do this show, because we're going to do it if I have to pay for it, when we do this, Howard, we're going to talk the truth about what's really going on in here. It's classism. And nothing was handed to me. I had to wash cars from 12 years old to make enough money to even look at investing in a business.
My God, Graham.
So you see, don't believe the fool. And I can wrap up on this. I told you before, and it was devastating because you repeated it, I reject the future that they are laying out for you, Howard Grant, and the young people. And y'all better do something about it. And you can. When we do the show, I'll tell you what you can do about it. You don't know how much power you have. Hey, let's fix the Bahamas, because this is the best time in this country to be alive. Let me tell you, the best time, because people are now waking up.
Wow.
You have a good one.
Thank you, my brother. We appreciate your telephone call. Let me take one more call before we go to a break. Call on the line. Go ahead. Call on the line. Go ahead. No call. Let me take this quick break, guys. Going to be right back after this.
Foundation. Foundation.
The Foundation with Howard Grant. We'll be back right after this.
The foundation. The foundation.
Do you have uncontrollable debt? Are you ready to make that move to Fidelity for a stress-free future? These loans have a built-in savings plan that pays you unbeatable interest. Ask about our debt consolidation loans today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Great news! Ron's Electric Motors' new location on Cowpen Road, right next to Island Luck, is open Saturdays and Sundays. So for those needing repairs on electric motors, generators, welding machines, water pumps, battery chargers, electric lifts, transformers, and power tools, Ron's Cowpen Road location can have you up and running on weekends. Don't forget, you can still visit Ron's Electric Motors on Wolf Road and Claridge Road, and now Ron's new location on Cowpen Road. Dial 356-0249 or 323-5267.
Bonneville Bones, established in 1970, is the leader in men's fashion in the Bahamas. We're conveniently located in the Mall at Marathon and the Harbor Bay Shopping Plaza, and fully stocked with everything you need for all occasions. Our Harbor Bay location is one door north of Alive, with the black and white signage of Bonneville Boutique. Both locations are open from 10 to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Bonneville Bones and Bonneville Boutique, still the leader in men's fashion, located in the Mall at Marathon and the Harbor Bay Shopping Plaza.
Fall is falling into place and everything you need is on sale now at BWF. Slash prices as the leaves fall. Rightfully low prices as you get ready for the season. Enjoy ridiculously low prices and save big this fall with BWF Mega Blowout Sale and 10 Sale. Up to 50% off Friday, September 27 and 10 Sale Saturday, September 28, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Huge savings include appliances, ductless AC units, generators, compressors, water pumps, automotive supplies and accessories, lawn and garden supplies, power tools, kitchen and outdoor supplies, barbecue grills, bakeware, household supplies, floral decor, junk canoe and craft supplies, and so much more. BWF, we are more than just our name. Number 13 Wilton Street, telephone 394-0004 or 6. Check us out on Facebook. We ship to the Family Islands.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, 96.9 FM radio, Howard Grant and your company. The foundation on this beautiful day, Thursday. So I have a friend who texts me. I'm gonna be decent. I can read all your texts, right? But I'm gonna read it because all these in big caps. All these is big caps, right? So I'm gonna read a little couple. It says, "Howard, I don't understand why you protecting yourself." You say, "Howard, I don't understand you protecting yourself." You say, "But stand for something." They work for the entire Bahamas, not just their constituencies. All are we paying them? I'm not getting into their personal lives. Okay, so any questions that you have, specifically outside of the parameters of the conversations that we have here, I'd be more than happy to send you Fred Mitchell number. And tell him Howard give it to you. Just tell him. He can call me and, Howard, yeah, he can call me. But tell him I give it to you. Yeah, because you want me, you want to be a ventriloquist to me. I don't need no ventriloquist. I am a decent man. And I walk by faith and use wisdom. I just want to be decent. Amen? Praise God. I can't get an amen. Let me take the telephone call before we get out of here. Call on the line. Go ahead.
Hey, Howard, C. Allen Johnson.
What's up, C. Allen?
A resident of West End. Grew up in the West End, crazy corner.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give Graham some information for his thing. All of West End is no more than 2,700 acres. Not counting the water counting the water that they did forgive. If you was to look at the total land mass owned by private individuals, it would be less than 400 of that 2,700 acres. None of the areas you talk about. And, if Graham, if you need information concerning West End or any part of Freeport, just, Grand Bahama, just call me. Howard, I swear to you. If you drop Graham and his entire political party in the airport, they couldn't they couldn't find their way out.
Well, the thing I'm finding his way to 8 Mile Rock and back with 300 votes.
Because he had some people driving him. I said, not with help from people. I said to you.
They don't know how to get there.
They couldn't get out the airport.
Okay. I'm not going to fight you.
Okay, they might end up walking across the water to the north.
Wow.
Across the water. But let me tell you this, right? Let me ask you, Howard. How come we don't all own cruise ships with all of the landmass and the people come here? How come we don't own spacecraft with a direct only open place on the globe straight into space? Well, how come we don't own submarines considering the 100,000 ocean waters, whatever? How come all of us don't own yachts, man? How come all of us don't own hotels? 50 years and nothing? These things are so easy to ask these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
For individuals seeking leadership, we don't need to ask these questions. You bring in ideas on how things are to be done. Okay? Because you can ask, but how come you don't own Old Bahama Bay property considering that you were born and grew up just up the street from there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These are nonsensical questions. However, what we are now, we are in a new dispensation. The promises made of 1967 is easier now today on the 50+1. And it only recently happened in the last 7 to 8 years that makes it fulfillable not by the former leaders or former promises of our forefathers, but by ourselves today, including my generations, the boomers too, the millennials and the Gen Zs, and now the next generation, Generation Alpha, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But what we need is we need leadership that understands the new global and digital reality we live in, to create the infrastructure, the ecosystem that allow access for an ownership economy. These are the conversations we have so that your ideas becomes value. Because today's economy is run on two things: data, which is even the thoughts, your minds and everything about you and around the world, and energy. And so what we need individuals, since we have not made the preparatory systems in place to teach these things in school, we need individuals in the next leadership that knows how to do this and also how to be instructive in having these things executed rather than eloquently describing what is possible. And that is what we have to look for in the next 2 years going forward. So I challenge you, and I'm invited to challenge anyone else. I'm open for dialogue and debate, and if anybody who said they want to pay for a show, I'll pay for the other half, so I got to pay with them. And then we could have these true conversations, because I've been talking about this for 2 decades. And 90% of what I said back then is now being said today. So this isn't a person also that talked about these things. This is a person that was participatory in the architecture of the tools of the 21st century. Look forward to these type of conversations. Thank you,
my brother. I do appreciate your telephone calls, guys. Before we get out of here, I want to be able to mention a few things just before we do that. So we're going to take the time to do that today. I want to mention a few things, and I want to be able to say to these men and women that I do not have your number. Okay? I just want you to know that if you are a representative, if you're one of the persons that support these men and women in their various capacities as a representative in your constituency, I want to be able to say to you that I do not have their numbers. I'd love to be able to get that. I can fight you, right? But I'd love to be able to get that and be able to identify how I can reach these persons, because electronically, I don't need to call 16, and I didn't want to give Fred all this kind of a job, right? I don't have to call 16 people to get your number. I don't know your number. I just want to be shooting straight with you. I don't know your number. Marcus Roll, Keith Bowleg, Kirk Cornish, Leonardo Lightborn, he just hit me up. I just sent him my number, so hopefully he'll give me a call real soon, right? Leroy Major, Wade Watson. I do not have your numbers, okay? Marcus Roll, Keith Bowleg, Kirk Cornish, Leonardo Lightborn, Leroy Major, Wade Watson. I do not have your numbers. I'd love to be able to get in contact with you so I can send an electronic update and just to be able to get a confirmation as to whether or not you guys are going to be able to sit with me when it comes your time during the month of October. We're going to still go through these things, but for the most part, the conversations will be had and concentrated on what's happening in those areas. Remember, guys, check out thefoundation242.com, thefoundation242.com. You can find out more information about that. Every day I'll tell you about it for those persons who listen in, but you won't see it in the Guardian paper anymore. So, we ran it for a time for persons to be able to see it. Click on that. You won't see it in the Guardian newspaper anymore, but you can definitely pick it up on the Guardian Radio, the Guardian Radio app, or you can also be able to pick it up on the foundation242.com. And I'll also send some more stuff out if you guys are a part of the WhatsApp group. I'll be able to send some more stuff out, and we can make some things happen. Let me see if I can take this last telephone call. Caller on the line, go ahead.
Hello, Howard.
Hi.
I was starting to call back in, but I had to listen to C. Allen. Based on what C. Allen says, it goes back to the same thing, Howard. This Sparky.
Go ahead, Sparky.
After 73 years on this earth, after following the UEP, the FNM, the PLP, and this, after you asking for Crown land to start a farm from building time, finally got 2 acres to start a farm. The farm's name is Onwego Farm. ONWEGO Farm. Now, at 73 years old on pension, trying to get the farm started so I can pass them down to the children, I can't get enough money to get a tractor to help me clear the farmland down so I can start. I done got all the plants and everything ready to put in the ground in my yard at home in Prairie State. But now I got to put them down in the farm. Now I need a tractor. We don't have the government helping us with a tractor so we can start the farms. And they say they're serious, but us, I'm growing our own food. They're not serious.
Wow.
They're importing the food because most of them have shares in these companies would import the food.
Wow. I appreciate you calling back, Sparky. Thank you so much for your telephone call. I really do appreciate you saying that. I also want to be able to put a plea out there as you called in to have this kind of a conversation about what you would need and how things are going to be able to get done. I'd like to say that I also need some startup capital. Can I say that? Is it okay? I have 4 businesses, all lucrative businesses, great opportunities, great relationships, great management concepts, and I need $250,000. Is this what we're going to do? Is this what we're going to do? I mean, I need to understand what we're doing here. What we're doing here. There is a process, a protocol, an approach, and your demographic is in a certain area. They don't live here on the radio. All you doing, Sparky, is telling everybody your business. By now, we are very accustomed to your business. But there are people that can assist you with this. There are people that can assist you with this. There are divisions that can assist you with this. The CMPLP party that you continue to talk about, there are people responsible and they oversee the management of these particular things. Have a conversation with them. I just want to say that. Have a conversation. I promise you, unless they're just trying to ignore you and push you to the side, they can take care of you. I know they can. I know they can. They have the wherewithal to help you. And if they can't help you, they'll show you where the help exists. I assure you. So let's have that kind of a conversation, guys. Please remember, like I said, I do not have, excuse me, I do not have all the guys' numbers. I put all the numbers out there, all the information out there. If you're a part of that grouping, please give me a call. Find a way to reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to kind of send you the information and just get information from you, rather, just to know whether or not you're going to participate, if you're going to be a participant in these particular areas, to book you on that day, to know that we're going to have you in the studio with us. Guys, I want to thank you so much for being able to tune in with us. And that is the show today. Go and check out thefoundation242.com. All is one word. Thefoundation242, the number 242.com. Click on that, take the survey, take all the information, and I'm really looking for volunteers also. I've asked several persons to be able to sit with me to have these kind of conversations, and I may be asking some more. I don't just want to scrutinize constituencies by myself. So I've asked persons like Paul Moss to see if he wants to be able to sit with me. I'd like Graham to come and sit with me on one of these areas. And if you are